Imagine building a company that goes from $0 to $100 million in just 12 months. Cursor is the SaaS industry's fastest growth story, fastest by all means. So it's not just a fate, this is unheard of. This AI coding assistant is rewriting the world of software development. Born in 2022 from the minds of 4 MIT graduates, Cursor emerged from an applied research lab called AnySphere. Their mission was audacious: create a human AI programmer significantly more effective than any traditional developer. After going through OpenAI's accelerator and raising initial funding from OpenAI Startup Fund, they built something that diverged from the popular Visual Studio Code to create their own AI-first editor. The result, a tool that doesn't just suggest code, it actively collaborates in the development process. The growth metrics are simply unprecedented. From a $400 million Series A valuation to now pushing a $10 billion valuation, they have just surpassed $500 million in ARR, with revenue doubling approximately every 2 months. Cursor combines state-of-the-art models from Anthropic and OpenAI and others for complex reasoning with their own proprietary model. The platform can understand entire code bases, provide context-aware suggestions, and even implement complete features through natural language. The term vibe coding perfectly captures the Cursor experience, where developers enter a flow state and AI handles the mundane while humans focus on creativity and problem solving. Cursor has been a lot in the news, so I've seen their pricing page before. They have a few more plans, right? They have free, pro, ultra, and then they have a teams plan and enterprise. All right, so across these 3 metrics, I really like that they have the ultra plan. I think this is what both Lovable and Bolt have been missing, and serious developers tend to use this much, but serious need not be large companies like Disney, who could be more in the enterprise section. So Cursor has solved the sales velocity problem by having a higher end plan, which is something I like. I will give them, just for that, 9 out of 10 on the packaging. However, pricing metric is completely unclear. If you look at their pricing page, extended limits, tab completions, background agents, limited agent requests, 20x usage. What usage? So I know that they have changed their model recently to API usage fees, but they don't even say what the usage fees is about. They don't even mention what the pricing metric is. And if I go into this more info tab, I will see things like requests, which is what they had before. So they don't talk about, they say $20 of usage per month. They don't talk about what this usage is. And then at some point they say token breakdown will be given in your dashboard. And I want to see it when I'm buying your product. I will give them 2 out of 10 on their pricing metric, just because they don't make it clear. And then for Ultra, they say, I'm going to give you 20x usage on all models, but 20x of what? That's really not that great. And then finally, for the price point, I like that they have such a big delta between pro and teams. I like that they have thought a little bit more about what teams want, and then they are charging appropriately. I like that. And I like that the Ultra plan exists. This is similar to what Claude is doing and similar to what OpenAI is doing, and there's lock in step with that. So I will give them again maybe 8 out of 10 on the price points. So really where Cursor is struggling is an explanation of what their pricing metric is, what you get. And that's the reason for their recent pricing fiasco as well, for which I am making another video. And Cursor, unfortunately, has done a really good job in other things. If they had only clearly explained their pricing metric, Cursor would have won. Cursor is winning in terms of revenue, so they're not going to lose any sleep over my ratings.